Video game recapped here. Today I'm going to explain an action-adventure game called God of War. Spoilers ahead. Be sure to subscribe for more. The game starts. A man stands by a tree with a golden imprint of a hand. He chops down the tree, taking a moment to reflect. Something is on his mind. A young boy walks up behind the man. The man tells him to get in the boat. The two sail down a river. The boy says that the forest feels different. The man says that everything has changed. The two arrive back at a camp. The boy runs to a house. He slowly opens the door and goes inside. On a table in the middle of the room is a woman wrapped in burial linen. The woman is the boy's mother. The boy performs a burial ritual, clearly grieving. The man appears in the doorway. He takes the woman outside. He lays her on a funeral pyre, made of the chopped down trees. He lights a fire. As the body is burning, the boy rushes in. He grabs a dagger from the body. He burns his hand and drops the knife. The man picks it up and gives the dagger to the boy. He asks the boy if the woman taught him to hunt. He says she did. The boy runs inside the house. He returns with a bow and arrows. The two leave the camp and head into the woods. The man tells the boy he's to hunt a deer. The boy rushes ahead. A deer emerges, startling the boy. He locates the deer again. He fires his bow, but misses the deer. His father is upset.
Only fire when I tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
The man takes the bow from the boy. They venture further into the woods. They reach a clearing and are attacked by draugrs. The boy says the draugrs have never come this close before. They kill the draugrs and head into a temple, still tracking the deer. They track the deer to the other side of the temple. The man hands the boy back his bow. The man helps the boy relax. He steadies his bow, and shoots the deer. The deer is still alive. The boy must finish what he started. He hesitates. The man helps him kill the deer. The boy, clearly emotional, doesn't know what to say. The man doesn't know how to comfort the boy. Their relationship is clearly strained. All of a sudden a massive hand appears. The boy is knocked away. The man kicks the monster, reeling back. The man jumps down and prepares to fight. A battle begins. The attempts to bring down the monster. The boy fires arrows from a distance. The monster eventually falls. The boy enters a bloodlust.
That's what you get!
Boy,
Think I'm afraid of you!
The boy tells his father that he's ready. He says he hasn't been sick in a long time. The man says they're going home. The boy is not ready. The father and son return home. The boy goes inside. The man goes to the pile of ashes and collects a small bag. The man enters the house. The boy still argues with his father. The man kneels down in front of the boy. He tells him to try and hit him. The boy gets frustrated. His anger is rising. He falls to the floor. The man comes over and pulls him up. We learn the boy's name is Atreus. All of a sudden a knock disrupts the two. A man shouting can be heard from outside. He's yelling for the man to come outside. The stranger confronts the man. He's clearly searching for answers.
what do you want?
Oh, you already know the answer to that.
Whatever it is you seek, I do not have it.
The stranger provokes the man and starts hitting him. The man knocks the stranger to the ground. The stranger fights back, knocking the man to the other side of the house. He's stronger than he appears. The two men fight. The stranger will not be killed easily. The stranger tells the man he should have never come to Midgard and that he was sent by Odin himself to get answers. Eventually the man snaps the neck of the stranger. He throws him down a ravine. The man returns to the house. He opens the hatch to find the boy sitting there. The two of them must leave. The man tells the boy that they're leaving. They set off on a long journey through the mountains. The boy's questions don't stop. The two arrive at the top of a small mountain. The boy notices that the woods were protected by magic. He says that the magical barrier is broken. The man tells the boy about the marked trees he cut down. They leave in search of a mountain. Shortly after they arrive at a bridge. The boy rushes ahead. Before the man can stop him, the boy falls through. The man rushes to save him, but they both fall through. They're surrounded by draugrs. They fight their way through the underground crypt. They arrive at a big room and hear human voices, an ambush. Cannibals attack the man and the boy. The boy is grabbed, but he manages to escape. The man rushes to check on him. He's scared, struggling with what just happened. They leave the crypt and get back above ground. They reach another bridge, A blue-skinned man and a huge pack animal are blocking the way forward. We learn that the man's name is Brock. He created the axe wielded by the man. The man offers to upgrade the axe. The two leave the man's camp and start heading towards the mountain. They arrive at an impasse. A giant door blocks the way. The man and the boy solve the puzzle and the door opens. They enter the cave. The man notices tracks. They leave the cave and encounter another giant creature, similar to the one they fought before. They fight the creature and eventually kill the monster. They keep moving towards the mountain. Eventually they find a wild boar. The boy's arrow has no effect. They track the boar deeper into the woods. The boy fires another arrow at the boar. This time, the arrow sticks. The boar runs away and the boy chases after. Atreus runs ahead out of sight. The man begins to worry, chasing after him. The man enters a clearing. A boy and a woman are kneeling over the boar. Ryan learns what Dr. Langford is doing and locks her in her office. He deploys poison and kills her. In her last dying act, Julie writes a number sequence on the window. Jack uses the code to open a vault that contains Dr. Langford's recordings about the Lazarus vector. Jack fights through splicers, collecting enzyme samples, which can help counteract the poison. He heads back to Julie's office and deploys the Lazarus vector into the central misting station. Angry, Ryan sends splicers after Jack to try and ambush him. Jack fights off the enemies and deploys all of the Lazarus vector. After, he travels through rolling hills and reaches the Rapture Meadow, but before he can get into the bathysphere he's trapped. Sander Cohen introduces himself over the radio. 5030 Sot, where are my manners, Fleet Hall. Jack explores Fort Frolic, a theater district within Rapture. He arrives at Fleet Hall. Cohen is torturing a splicer playing the piano. Jack watches as the piano explodes. Cohen makes Jack take a picture of the dead pianist. Jack returns to the atrium and places the photo in a display. Cohen sends Jack to Poseidon's Plaza to track down another target. Inside a frozen tunnel Jack is trapped by Marlon Finnegan. Jack escapes and hunts down Marlon. He kills him and takes a picture of the corpse for Cohen. Jack places the second picture in the mural at Fort Frolic. He heads to Eve's garden next. There he discovers a young woman's corpse. She was supposed to have Andrew Ryan's baby, but something went wrong. He killed her. Leaving the bedroom, Jack is ambushed by the next target, Hector Rodriguez. Jack chases him down and kills him. He takes a picture of his body for Cohen's mural. The final target is Silas Cobb. Jack tracks him down in Rapture Records and kills him. He takes his photo and returns to the mural. Jack puts the third picture in the mural and Cohen becomes deranged. 1:02 and 10 seconds Sot, I don't need to be judge, say to all of you. Cohen sends splicers to ambush Jack. Jack kills them all and adds the fourth photo to the mural. Sander Cohen emerges to view his masterpiece. Sindri is Brock's brother. He makes improvements to the man's axe. The pair continues on their journey. They're close to the mountain. They reach a door and are attacked by a large ogre. They kill the monster and continue up the mountain. They reach a strange black mist. They can't go any further. The boy mentions the witch. Suddenly she appears out of nowhere.
My magic is useless against the Black Breath, and there's no way around it.
The witch tells them the only way to get through the mist is with the light of Alpheim. She knows where to find the light. They take a new path and head towards Tyr's temple. The witch teaches the boy about elven magic. She creates a bridge of light to help them reach Tyr's temple. They arrive at Tyr's temple. The world serpent can be seen in the distance. They unlock the temple and head inside. Inside they find a root of the world tree.
These roots are part of the Great World Tree, and make travel between the realms possible.
The man activates the temple using the Bifrost. With the temple active they can travel to any of the 9 realms. The witch gives the man access to Alpheim. She also tells them that travel to Jotunheim is impossible. They activate the Bifrost and travel to Alpheim. As they enter the realm a strange magic takes hold of the witch. She tries to tell the pair what to do, but she's pulled back through the door. The pair continues their journey. They're trying to reach the light. The boy is suddenly in distress. He's hearing voices.
What is it, boy?
Voices. You don't hear that?
I hear nothing.
They reach the temple. As they approach, the bridge disappears, and they're attacked. They find an alternate way to access the temple. As they approach they're attacked again. The boy is captured by one of the elves. The man fights to save his son. They cut away at the corruption. The main bridge reappears. They reach the temple doors, but they don't open. They find a small passageway and make their way inside. They are close to their goal. The light of Alpheim. The pair is attacked and they fall down to a platform. They're right next to the light. With the corruption purged, the light begins to restore the temple. The man makes the decision to go into the light. He gives the boy the axe to hold.
Only use it as a last resort.
You're giving me your axe?
I'm letting you hold my axe.
The man enters the stream of light. He enters a strange dimension. The world is devoid of color. The bag of ashes begins to float ahead. The man follows. He hears the boy's voice. He's trying to understand why the man doesn't love him. The man begins crossing a bridge. He's close to his goal. Suddenly he's pulled back out of the light dimension. The boy is angry. Piles of bodies lie all around him.
What have you done? Why did you do that?
I saved you! You were trapped in there! I waited and I waited, but you wouldn't come out! So I pulled you out!
Boy, I was gone only... moments.
No! You've been gone a long time!
The man infuses the boy's bow with the light. They return to the dock, but the boat's gone. They must go back underground using the lift. They're attacked by the dark elf with the horns. Eventually they kill him. They find their boat, and make their way back to the temple. They get into a fight over the woman's death.
Mind your tongue, boy! Until our journey is over, one of us must remain focused. Do not mistake my silence for lack of grief. Mourn how you wish. Leave me to my own.
They return to the temple. They use the Bifrost to return to Midgard. They journey back to the Black Breath. They use the light of Alpheim to clear a path. They enter a sort of temple. Across a gap is a statue with a large deer head. They make their way through narrow tunnels until they reach the other side. They learn that the deer is one of the 4 stags that guard the World Tree. They reach the heart of the mountain, filled with old mining equipment. Eventually they reach a massive lift. They begin to ascend to the summit. Halfway up they're attacked by a massive dragon. The dragon attempts to stop their ascent. The creature escapes by blasting a hole into the side of the mountain. They continue their journey, arriving back outside. The dragon has trapped Sindri. The boy asks the man to help the dwarf. The man fights the dragon. The dragon is imbued with electricity. They finally kill the dragon by using the mining hook.
Nobody's killed a dragon for hundreds of years. Not since the grand culling of the worms. And unless I'm mistaken, you did all that for me.
You are mistaken. The dragon was simply in our path, nothing more.
After the fight, Sindri uses a dragon's tooth to augment the boy's bow. The pair reaches the summit. As they're climbing they hear voices. The voice belongs to Baldur, the stranger that attacked the man at his home. He's still alive. They're talking to a tree. When the group of men leave, the man and the boy approach the tree.
I know every corner of these lands, every language spoken, every war waged, every deal struck. They call me Mimir, smartest man alive. And I have the answer to your every question.
Mimir tells them that they're at the wrong mountain. They must travel to Jotunheim, to reach the tallest peak in all the realms. Mimir tells the man to cut off his head. He will go with them on the journey. Mimir tells the man he must tell the boy about who he really is. The man cuts off Mimir's head. They travel back to the witch's house. She's not dead. She notices the boy's new arrows. She becomes irate.
Wait. Where did you get those? The arrows. Give them to me, now!
They were a gift.
Do as she says, boy.
These arrows are dangerous. And wicked. You find any more, you destroy them, understand?
The man shows the witch Mimir's head. The witch begins to prepare to revive Mimir. Eventually the old magic works and Mimir comes back to life. The woman spits on Mimir. We learn that the witch is Freya, a goddess. The man becomes angry and they quickly leave. Mimir tells them to head back to Tyr's temple. They arrive and the man takes Mimir's head to a horn. The horn summons the world serpent. He destroys the statue of Thor. Mimir talks to the world serpent in an ancient language. The serpent tells them he will help them get to Jotunheim. They need to learn a magic travel rune and acquire a magic chisel to gain access to Jotunheim. The water in the lake has dropped even more, revealing new paths. They scale a snowy mountain. As they climb over a ledge they see a dead giant. The magic chisel is impaled through the giant's head. The dead giant is Thamur. The boy asks how they'll reach the chisel, buried under the ice. The two find Sindri again. He explains that dwarves have a way to hide between the realms. They find a way below the ice. They fight to get back to the magic chisel. As they approach the chisel, two men drop from above. The two men accompanied Balder when threatening Mimir. The two strangers attack. They taunt the pair the entire time. Modi taunts the boy, talking about his mother. This sends the boy into a rage. The man kills Magni, one of the attackers. The other attacker, Modi, is shocked. He runs away. The man notices something is wrong.
Sickness. Fever has returned.
No! It hasn't.
Roy!
They're coughing for blood. The boy's sick, he needs Freya.
No!
Steady.
The man cuts a chunk of the magic chisel with his axe. They can now access new doors and pathways. They travel back to Tyr's temple. Using the chisel they access Tyr's vault. They're ambushed by Modi, who uses lightning to immobilize the man. He taunts the boy again. Atreus is filled with rage. He glows red with anger. He passes out. The man fights back and breaks free of Modi's lightning prison. Modi runs away. They rush the boy back to Freya. She's the only one that can save him. Freya reveals that there is only one way to save the boy.
There is a rare ingredient found only in Helheim. The keeper that protects the Bridge of the Damned. I need its heart.
Hell.
The realm of the dead. Do you know it?
Note this one.
It is a land of unyielding cold. Fires cannot burn there, and no magic in all the 9 realms can create a blaze. As for the dead, your frost axe will be useless.
Freya gives the man the rune to Helheim. She urges him not to cross the Bridge of the Damned. The man begins his journey home. During his journey, Athena messes with his head. The skies are dark and something is wrong. The man is attacked at his home. He enters the house and opens up the hatch in the floor. He pulls out a bundle wrapped in red fabric, a pair of swords. As the man wraps chains around his arms, a woman is standing in the doorway. She says the man can never escape who he really is.
There's nowhere you can hide, Spartan. Put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing. Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband, father. But there is one unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change.
The man stands, his sword's now on fire. He steps outside. Monsters are waiting for him. He kills the monsters and heads back to Tyr's temple. He reaches the travel room and sets the bridge to Helheim. The man activates the Bifrost and steps through the door to Helheim. He learns about the truth of Helheim, a place filled with those that died without honor. He reaches the keeper of Helheim. The keeper fights back, but the man kills him. He cuts out his heart. As he stands up, a face appears in the clouds. Zeus?
Kratos.
We learn the man's name is Kratos. Zeus is his father. Mimir tells him that Zeus is an illusion. Kratos returns to Brock. He's made the magic doors better. Kratos can now travel through them both ways. He returns to Freya with the keeper's heart. Freya manages to heal the boy. He sits up and tells his father he's better. Kratos and Atreus leave Freya. In the tunnels below Freya's house, Kratos reveals the truth.
I'm a god, boy. From another land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is, I was born a god. And so were you.
The two return to Tyr's temple. They use the lift to descend deep within the temple. Eventually they arrive at Tyr's vault. They're faced with a number of trials. Kratos comes close to being crushed. They unlock the secrets of Tyr's vault, but before they go further, Kratos talks to Atreus.
On the day you were born, I made 2 knives, mixing metals from my home and from this land. One for myself, and when you were ready, one for you. Today is that day.
So I'm a man now. Like you?
No. We are not men. We are more than that.
Kratos takes Tyr's stone and throws the stone to Atreus. When he catches the stone it shatters, and he glows with strange energy. Atreus has learned the rune to travel to Jotunheim. They get back to the lift and begin ascending. Kratos takes a minute to share some wine from near the place of his birth. Kratos and Atreus head back to the mountain peak. They meet Sindri again. Atreus yells at him.
Let me guess. Your brother isn't as talented as you, and his work is junk.
Those things are accurate. Your point?
It's all you ever talk about, over and over. Do something about it or shut up already.
I see.
Yeah! We're sick of hearing about little people's little problems!
The two continue their journey up the mount. They arrive in the room with the stag statue. Modi is waiting for them. The boy threatens to kill Modi. Kratos tells him not to. The boy kills him anyways. Kratos is angry and concerned.
You killed against my wishes. You lost control.
Haven't you been teaching me to kill?
I've been teaching you to survive. We are gods, boy. And that makes us a target. From now until the end of days, you are marked. So I teach you to kill, yes, but in defense of yourself. Never as an indulgence.
The two make it to the top of the mountain. Kratos uses the magic chisel to open the portal to Jotunheim. As they're about to step through, Baldur attacks them. Kratos tries to stop Atreus from attacking Baldur. He doesn't listen, and shoots Kratos with his bow. Baldur captures Atreus and jumps off a cliff. Kratos follows, falling through the clouds. He eventually lands on the tail of an armored dragon. Kratos and Baldur fight on the dragon. Baldur knocks Kratos off. He crashes on the bridge outside Tyr's temple. Inside, Baldur has activated the gate. Kratos tries to insert the Bifrost. After a brief struggle he succeeds and the three of them get sucked through the portal. The portal took them to hell. This is not where they want to be. They try and get back to the temple. They spot Baldur confronting dark visions. Kratos and Atreus learn that Freya is his mother. She's the reason he can't be killed.
I can't taste. I can't smell. I can't even feel the temperature of this room. Feasting, drinking, women. It's all gone.
You'll never
Gone.
feel pain again. Death has no power over you now. You would rather die?
Never feel again? Yes.
Kratos and Atreus fight off waves of undead on a flying ship. Figures resembling Kratos and Zeus fight aboard the ship. The ship crashes and the two crash into Odin's secret vault. They discover a missing panel of Tyr. Mimir unlocks the secret of the panel. They learn of a room Tyr kept hidden. They must ask the dwarves to forge a key. They return to Brock. His brother appears. The two bond over a piece of precious metal. Kratos and Atreus head back to the travel room to find Tyr's secret room. They learn that the temple can be flipped. They release chains under the temple. They flip the temple, allowing them access to a secret Jotunheim door. They find the Unity Stone, a powerful relic that allowed Tyr to move between realms. Kratos and Atreus go through the World Tree door. They jump off a ledge and the Unity Stone allows them to pass through. They land at the base of Tyr's tower. The tower must be restored to allow them to travel to Jotunheim proper. They fight enemies from the various realms. They defeat all the enemies and the tower is restored. With the tower restored, they return to the travel room. They realign the room to Jotunheim. They can't get it to work. They need to find Mimir's eye to channel the Bifrost energy. They ask the dwarves, who tell them the eye was most likely kept in the statue of Thor, that the world serpent ate. They summon the world serpent. It agrees to let them go into his stomach to find the eye. They find a chest within the serpent's stomach. They find the eye. As they're leaving, Kratos detects that something is wrong. The serpent spits them out, and crashes to the ground. Freya appears, but Kratos and Atreus don't know if they can trust her. She is looking for her son, Baldur. Baldur walks out of the water. He was the one that hurt the world serpent. He wants to kill Freya. He claims she's stolen everything from him. Kratos steps in between them. Kratos and Baldur fight. When Baldur punches Atreus, he has the mistletoe that's holding his quiver together. The arrow breaks his magic immunity. Freya awakens the giant from earlier. The giant traps Kratos and Atreus. The fight continues. Freya says she will protect her son at all costs. The fight continues, Freya using the giant to disrupt the fight. They climb up the giant, Baldur trying to reach Freya so he can kill her. The fighting continues. The giant uses frost breath in an attempt to freeze Kratos. Atreus summons the world serpent. The world serpent arrives and attacks the giant. They all fall to the ground. Kratos almost kills Baldur, but stops. Baldur approaches Freya. He looks like he's going to forgive her. He grabs her by the throat, choking her. Kratos returns and kills Baldur, snapping his neck. Freya vows revenge on Kratos. She is in agony over the loss of her son. Kratos reveals everything to Atreus.
I'm from a land called Sparta. I made a deal with the god that cost me my soul. I killed many who were deserving. And many who were not. I killed my father.
They all depart and Kratos and Atreus head back to Tyr's temple. They use Mimir's head to open the door to Jotunheim. Kratos and Atreus climb the steps into Jotunheim. Kratos gives Atreus his mother's ashes to hold. Inside the temple the boy reveals a mural of his mother. Atreus learns that he's part giant. The two head up to the top of the mountain. Together they scatter the ashes. The boy has one more question.
I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. My name on the wall. The giants called me... Loki?
Loki. That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
But why?
A question for another day. Let us go home.
The two return home. They rest. Years later a stranger appears at the house. We don't see the stranger's face, but he wields a hammer imbued with electricity. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, and don't forget to leave a like. Comment down below what video game we should recap next. Thanks for watching.